Hi, and welcome to my podcast. Today we'll be learning and talking about the radio. In this episode, we'll be covering who created the radio, when was the radio made/used, when did the radio become popular, how well did the radio work at first, and when was the radio put in a car. Stick around to find out and learn about these questions. Hi, I'm Scarlett. This episode is called The Beginning of the Radio. We will be talking about the start of the radio and how it has evolved in today's world. The point of today's episode is to learn about the radio. The radio was first created December 1st, 1901, but it became popular in the 1920s. In the 1920s, there were a lot of new inventions, including the radio. Guglielmo Marconi first thought of the idea of the radio. There were some people who helped create the idea of the radio, like Nikola Tesla, but all the credit goes to Guglielmo Marconi. All the credit goes to Guglielmo Marconi because Nikola Tesla thought the theory behind the radio was wrong. Guglielmo Marconi lived in Italy, but he invented the radio in St. Louis, Missouri. The first saying that went across the radio was said in Morse code. Once he realized his invention worked, he started to put stories, broadcast news, and political speeches on the radio. Once the radio had advanced, music, weather, and podcasts started to be broadcasted on the radio. The first radio was put in a shape of a box. We're used to the radio being in a car or even on our phones. A radio was first put in a car in 1922. In conclusion, this episode is about the radio and the first events that happened with the radio. Let's recap really quickly. To start, we talked about who invented the radio. Then we talked about the drama, not really drama, but just the confusion between Nicomelo and Guglielmo. The radio was a great invention so we could get wireless information around the world. After we talked about the drama, we discussed what was on the first radio and how it has evolved from being a box and also being in your car. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you next time. This is a photo of what an old radio would look like. This is a photo of Nikola Tesla. And this is a photo of Guglielmo with the radio.